Hey there guys, my name's Jacob Jabut, and last year I started my very own business in hopes of one day reaching financial freedom. I have learned a ton since I started, and I wanted to create this channel as a way to share with you guys what I've learned, but also follow me along my journey. On the road to financial freedom. Okay, today is Thursday. This week has been actually a really nice week. I had to do a landscaping job for the past 3 days, and that was actually a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing that. Tomorrow is mowing. I had originally planned for today to be mowing, but one of the big, there's 7 properties that I do all in one shot for one landlord, and she wanted to switch it to every other week since it's the end of the season. That frees up another day, so I got a couple small jobs. There's a hedge I'm gonna trim today, as well as somebody just needs some brush picked up. I cleaned up their beach a couple times this year. This time they don't even need the beach to be raked up. It's just picking up the stuff they had already raked. So I figured I can definitely do those 2 jobs, and it actually works out because they're both small jobs that aren't really worth the drive by themselves, but getting them both together certainly makes it worth it. So I'm just stopping down here to get the leaf blower, a couple rakes, anything else I can think of, and time to go to work. Okay, I just got to the job site here. This is one half of the hedge. The other half is over there. Shouldn't take too long. Yeah, let's get to work.
For the record.
Get this one thing clear. Get this one thing. Let's take one thing clear.
For the record.
Get this one thing. Get this one thing
For the record.
Okay, just finished up at the job. Everything's packed up. This is a very easy, straightforward hedge. I actually did this hedge earlier this year. Before it was definitely not in good shape. Well, definitely not as good a shape. And the first cut was, getting it into shape. And then it actually grew quite a bit over the summer. So now this cut was really to try and get it looking good. Some parts do still need to grow, but I mean, I gotta see if I can find a picture of before, because this is a huge difference. Now right here, we had talked about making it level, but that's the lowest point. And to make that level, I mean, you're talking, to take that much out over here would be really, that would look really bad. Same with over here. So the 2 ends are a little bit higher. I tried to slope it so it's not as noticeable, but overall I'm really happy with the way this hedge looks. He just keeps getting this trimmed once a year. I mean, if he were to do twice a year like he did last year, I mean, this thing would really look good quick, but he probably only has to do it once a year. Okay, so the other job here is just picking up this brush pile, along with, I think there's a couple other little brush piles. Before we had to rake up this beach, but they already did that. It's just removing the pile, so this will be quick. so this job is all wrapped up. It's only 12:30. I really don't know. I could go do another job today. I know I got some estimates I have to do, and I'm really just waiting to hear back on there's a big job, that industrial complex. This is the industrial complex, or at least part of it. It's a big one. Okay, spoiler alert, it's me from the future here. I ended up not getting that contract, unfortunately. I actually bought a brand new mower, 60-inch deck, 10 mile per hour ground speed. Thing's a beast. I'm not sure if I talk about it, but I really bought that thing for this contract. It was a big industrial complex, and I ended up getting underbid by a guy who was a younger kid who was borrowing somebody's equipment and offered to do it for cheap. So the syndication that runs it, just a group of investors, told the property manager to go with that guy's bid, hoping that he will be reliable and still have the same amount of quality, which if he does, good for them. But they decided to go with him. Either way, it is a bummer, unfortunately. So yeah, didn't get it. Spoiler alert. And yeah, if you're wondering why I'm in my store, I'm covering my dad right now, and I'll be talking about it in a future video, probably a couple videos away. So stay tuned for that if you're wondering why I'm working here, and what's going on with me now. So that's coming up. Anyways, back to the video. Still waiting to hear on that, so yeah, we'll see. I guess I'll go home, send off some estimates. I could go to the landfill, but to be honest, my truck's not full enough to really justify it. So yeah, I guess estimates and some editing, I suppose. Easy day. I mean, that last job really could have been in and out of there probably in an hour, hour and a half maybe at the most, but that ended up being 3 hours, and that was just because I talked to the homeowner for a while, which today I can afford to do that. So yeah, easy day today. Alrighty guys, it is time to break down the numbers on this job. I made a total of $380 on this job. The hedge trimming job was $200, and then I charged $180 for the pickup. Now with the pickup, there's gonna be I believe it was either $6 or $10 landfill fee, and then if you include you know, the price of fuel to travel out there, $15 maybe, say $20 I suppose. But in total, this job took me about 4 hours, divided by the 380 is $95 an hour. Now, like I said, I talked to the homeowner for a good amount of time, which that job I could have done in an hour. So realistically, we'll just say I was right about $100 an hour when you take into the expenses with the fuel and the landfill fee. So I was right where I wanted to be with this, and as you saw, I got done at 12:30. I could have done at least another 2 jobs like this, and then that would have put me at almost like $800 for the day. These jobs are great, and the other thing about these jobs is it really doesn't take much. Both of these were very easy. The one pickup job, I mean, you need a truck, or you could just use a utility trailer if you already have a car with a hitch on it. So I mean, the expenses for that, you can get a utility trailer for say $1,200, maybe even less if you find a good deal. And I made $180 on that. So it came out to 6.6 jobs if you're making $180 for that pickup. If you're to buy a utility trailer for $1,200, 6.6 jobs, roughly 7 jobs to make your money back. That's not including any fuel or the landfill prices, but you could easily do that. There's a lot of people that are trying to get rid of stuff to have it hauled away. I mean, if you're going in that direction, I'd recommend just getting like a dump trailer, but you could easily just use a utility trailer for cheap and make your money back quickly. Now for the hedge trimming job, this is even better. I mean, you do need a truck or, like I said, a utility trailer, but for this, the clippings were little to none, so it's not like you need a big setup. About $350 for a trimmer, and then a rake and a tarp. You're looking about $400 roughly, so it would take you at $200. It'd take you 2 jobs to make your money back, not including the price for a truck or anything, just for the trimmer, tarp, rake, setup. So including a truck, obviously that's going to go up quite a bit, but in this case both of these jobs turned out to be very easy, and you can make your money back on them pretty quickly. So these are definitely some great starter jobs, and even jobs to grow upon and to grow a business. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. This is definitely going to be a shorter video than usual, but yeah, if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment as to what you think, any suggestions, things you might want to see, anything, leave it down below. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you next week.